Hey guys, what is up and welcome to a new League of Legends video. So I wanted to make another discussion type video and talk about something that I feel like is a very interesting topic to say the least. Now there's a lot of champions in League of Legends that a lot of people just simply dislike or hate, whether they're on your team, whether they are on the enemy team. And I want to sort of talk about what I believe to be probably your most disliked or most hated champion in League of Legends, and for the most part, League of Legends' most hated champion in general. The one that a lot of people seem to agree on that, you know what, I hate it when he's on the enemy team and I even more hate it when he's on my team. So if you haven't guessed by now, that champion is going to be Yasuo. But right before we jump further into this topic, I want to announce that I will be doing another RP giveaway for this video. For this video, I'll be giving away a $25 RP card again just to celebrate the holidays. And I also have on the screen the winner of the previous video's giveaway where I gave away a $10 RP card. So if that's your name, then you might want to check your inboxes. To enter the giveaway for the $25 card though, all you have to do is like the video and write down in the comments below who is your most hated champion in League of Legends and why. Alright, so let's talk more about this and kind of give you the idea as to why Yasuo is so hated and also just some proof to back up what I'm saying. Now, I do want to quickly mention that Yasuo is definitely one of my more favorite champions in League of Legends. I absolutely love him. He's insanely fun to play and there's just so many cool things you can do with him. But at the same time, most champions in League of Legends like Yasuo, Zed, Riven are also able to do some absolutely crazy things where it almost feels helpless to play against them. So there's a huge learning curve to these champions, and if you master it, it can be very rewarding to the point where you can clearly make people tilt. But at the same time, if you do mess up, and it's very easy to do so with these champions, you're gonna be pretty damn useless. And this is a pretty extreme example for Yasuo specifically because, well, usually for whatever reason, when he's on the enemy team, it feels like they're just absolutely amazing. Just gods at the champion. They're dashing around, impossible to kill, and they're just killing every single person on your team, and it almost feels like there's nothing you can do. But those few games where you get the Yasuo on your team, they're just feeding a storm. They feel absolutely useless. They don't feel like they do anything, and this kind of thing just happens very frequently in League of Legends, which is what gives a champion like Yasuo such a bad name. I remember I was browsing the general forums on the official League of Legends website, and just on the first page, not even filtering it to just strictly Yasuo, I saw so many threads talking about the champion and how much they dislike him, how much they just hate having him on their team, and just things revolving around that. It's almost like people actually jump on the bandwagon to just hate on Yasuo because, well, everyone else hates him, so I'm just gonna hate on him as well. But I don't want to seem biased. I don't want to seem like I'm taking a side. Now, obviously, I love Yasuo, and I absolutely just adore the champion, but I have had several times where I would face a Yasuo, and he would actually feel pretty damn unstoppable and very obnoxious to play against, and I've also had times where I've had the Yasuo on my team that is just feeding up a storm. That is just really being awfully useless. I would almost prefer if he were to AFK than actually play on the team, because then at least the enemy team wouldn't be farming gold off of him. There was even a Reddit thread that got on the front page and got a lot of upvotes. I believe it was around 80% upvoted just before the season reset, pretty much literally just stating, remember to ban Yasuo. Personally, I thought this was absolutely hilarious that it got so far up. The guy that made the post even got 2 Reddit golds, and he just gave 4 kind of almost troll reasons as to why you would want to ban Yasuo. But even though they're troll, at the same time, there's definitely some truth behind them. But this just further backs up just how much people love to hate the champion, how much they want to ban him just so they don't risk having some really just kind of bad Yasuo, or just to prevent themselves from facing the godlike Smurf Yasuo on the enemy team. But at the end of the day, that is just the nature of the champion. Unfortunately, it does seem like you get all the Yasuos that suck at the champion on your team, while all the amazing Yasuos are on the enemy team. But that's just kind of how the human mind works. The negative comments always outweigh the positive ones in a comment section, in a thread, or even just in thoughts. You're always going to remember the Yasuos that just fed a storm on your team, or the ones that destroyed your anus on the enemy team, but you're really never going to remember the ones that carried you in the game, or the ones that fed you on the enemy team. The human mind naturally just always tends to remember the negative things that you aren't necessarily happy with, unless the thing that you were happy with was something of an extreme happiness. This is why it's not unheard of on the internet, in threads and in videos and in titles and whatever, to see negative comments a lot more than positive ones, because, well, if someone goes on your video and you maybe make a cool play, a lot of the time no one's gonna really be like, oh cool, that was such a sick play, man, wow, fantastic. Instead, they'll just see it, they'll think it was a sweet play, but they won't comment it. Instead, you're gonna see the comments that are kind of calling you you out, saying that that was a bad play or this was a bad play, because those are just easier to make, and those ones are always the ones that just simply tend to stand out. So that's just kind of the nature of how the human mind works, and Yasuo is just a prime example of a champion that can be exceptionally strong if fed, but exceptionally useless if not fed. But either way guys, this was just sort of a quick discussion video. I had this topic on my mind for a very long time. In fact, I actually wanted to make this video for probably a couple months now, but I've always kind of pushed it aside until maybe, you know, it was a good time to bring it up or whatever. But that Reddit thread that I saw just 3 days ago or so, that was just perfect. That just made me want to make this video now and not wait. But either way, let me know what you think about this. Again, what is your most hated champion in League of Legends and why? And also remember to enter the contest if you want a chance at winning $25 of RP. I will of course also be giving away more RP as the days go on in just a random video, so just make sure to check back here and there, and maybe the video you check or one of the videos that will happen after this one is going to be another giveaway. But either way guys, thank you all so much for watching this discussion type video. If you enjoy these kind of videos, also let me know by hitting the like button. But either way, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you share this with your friends, subscribe if you haven't, check out my other videos as well. You guys know the drill, but I'll see you next time. Peace.